Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you and welcome to this session. Let me know if I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Okay, all good to go. Kindly confirm once. So those who are watching me for the first time, I am your faculty of English. I have many sessions here. You can watch the recordings, you can attend daily live sessions. Okay, so I'll quickly tell you my schedule. On this channel, we are currently doing this new series 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday, and we are picking up editorials from the Hindu newspaper, and we are analyzing the article, learning vocabulary, doing some grammar questions from every article so that your grammar remains polished and good to go. So we have this session going on 8 p.m. daily, Monday to Saturday. Sundays are off. And then we have another session going on this channel. It is at 1:30 p.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's for CSAT. We are doing reading comprehension. And on the other days, like Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturday, 1:30 p.m., classes are on our sister channel, which is CGB IBPS Hub. We are doing some SBI mains level questions there. So this is my whole schedule for you all. These are free classes. All you have to do is subscribe our channel and make sure that you remain updated. And jaldi se like or share kar do so we can start going. I will tell you the steps in which we are going to do today's article. Okay. I think this is a very helpful class for those who are working people, by the way, and preparing for exam because the 40 minutes that you give here, it will cover maximum things and it's a very productive session. So first, I'm going to give you some time to go through the article. Then I will explain you the article because it's important for you to learn and practice skimming. So when I say you will skim the article, means you are going to read it roughly, just understanding the essence of the passage. We don't want to translate the passage, we don't want to memorize the passage. We just need to know what author is saying. Okay, what's the main point here? Then I'll give you 2 to 3 minutes to do this. Then I will explain you so you can understand that what you have understood and what I have explained, if these both of the things are going parallel or not. Then we are going to do vocabulary. Then we are going to do some grammar questions and then summary and exam point of view. So many segments are there in this single session, and I hope it's going to help you all tremendously. Okay, so once again, jaldi se like or share kar do, and your time starts now. So I'm going to put this timer in front of you. I'll keep scrolling also so that you know that you are not wasting time, but you are reading in a good speed. So please start now. You don't need to know meaning of each and every word in order to understand the essence of the passage. I will teach you vocabulary, but right now read. 15 seconds. Come on, wrap it up. Related to students, you should be interested in such an article. I hope so. Okay. No more time should be given. In fact, we should take less time, lesser time. So, what is this article talking about? What is the tone of the passage? Till the time I'm explaining, whatever tone you think is present in the passage, make sure to comment below. Now, inconclusive chapter, something which has no conclusion, that is on Tamil Nadu and NEET exam. Tamil Nadu should help prepare its students for clearing NEET. So this is now something maybe like a hint he is giving or a suggestion that now Tamil Nadu must start preparing the students for the NEET exam. Why is author saying this? Let's get to the matter. With President Draupadi Murmu withholding assent for the Tamil Nadu admission to undergraduate medical degree courses bill. Now, this is the context, and we don't need to read President Draupadi Murmu because we know who is the president. Just president पढ़ के आगे बढ़ सकते हो. So, with president withholding assent to the admission to this bill, the state is bracing for another battle against NEET-based admissions. So, because they have no clarity, now the state is again ready for the second bout over here against the NEET-based admissions. State CM has convened a meeting. Again, it's not very important for me to know each and every name. It's good, like GK, GA, it's good, I know. But for reading purpose, you can skip some names if you already know the title. So the CM has convened a meeting. Whenever officially people are summoned, okay, especially in political world, it's called convening a meeting, okay, convening a conference, convening a meeting, a board meeting. So convene is to summon. The meeting of legislature party leaders on April 9th to strategize the next move. So now they are preparing for the next move. With the admission season approaching, the development is bound to cause uncertainty because they have no clue. There is nothing, no conclusion, nothing to be concluded. So, in this case, there is a lot of uncertainty and make medical aspirants anxious. Now, we all know the context here. It's a tough field, tough exam, tough everything over there. So, it's a hard time for students over there. Exemption from NEET now remains an inconclusive chapter in the state's decade-old policy discourse. Main thought here is exemption from NEET and some other way of admission is still in question. It is inconclusive. No other state effort to legislate against a central mandate has been so protracted and unpredictable. This has never happened with other states in simple, sweet language. In September 2017, two anti-NEET bills met with a similar fate in Rashtrapati Bhavan. So this is not for the first time. We have seen such a thing happen before as well. 4 years later, the ruling DMK, having made NEET exemption a central electoral promise, now they made a promise on this one. They passed the bill in the assembly based on recommendations of justice instead of forwarding it for presidential assent. Now, what do they now adopted maybe a different approach? They passed the bill in the assembly based on whatever recommendation. Instead of forwarding it to for presidential assent, Governor RN returned it to the House. Here something happened. The bill was not forwarded. It was returned and it was returned to the House after 5 months. In a historic first, now historic first को आपको समझाती हूँ, okay? Sometimes adjectives are very clear. You don't need to use another noun after it, okay? So in a historic first time, so instead of saying time, we are saying first. Historic is the adjective that means anything that has created history in a very unique manner, okay, or that is a part of something people will remember. Not every piece of past is historic. Only certain moments where we know this is something people will remember, this will be recorded, people will talk about it, those things are historic. And that's why this is something historic. The assembly unanimously re-adopted the bill and sent it back to him. अभी क्या हुआ? वापस गया bill. The governor subsequently forwarded it to the president, and now this time it was forwarded to the president. Last week, Mrs. Stalin informed the assembly that assent had been denied. So, of course, the bill was denied without specifying when Rashtrapati Bhavan had communicated the decision. So now we see that again it's inconclusive, it's been denied. This delay in matter attaining finality. Finality is the noun form of the word final, which is adjective. So this delay, again delay is a noun and a verb both. In this case, in the sentence, it is acting as a noun. So this delay in the matter of attaining finality, this delay is concerning, as students have been left facing a state of perpetual uncertainty. So they are not sure, करे नहीं करे, preparation करे नहीं करे, exam दे नहीं दे. The state remains firm in its policy of conducting admission for government quota medical seats based on class 12 board exam scores. Now state को ये चाहिए, they don't want to go with the NEET results. They want to grant admission based on class 12 scores. Early on, the Ministry of Home Affairs had asked, now here they raised a question, whether the bill endangered the sovereignty, unity and integrity of the nation. And to this answer was given, to which the Ayush Ministry responded affirmatively. Affirmative means in the favor, positively. The framers of the Constitution had incorporated Article 254 to empowering the President. Now, according to the Constitution, President has this power, empowering the President to grant assent to bills repugnant to central laws on concurrent list matters. So here the President holds the power. NEET has been consistently upheld by, now NEET exam has been upheld by the Supreme Court of India too. It is in the favor of NEET. The President is under no obligation to give assent. She's under no precedent. The position here is so important that again it's under no obligation that it has to give assent, although the bill reflects the collective will of Tamil Nadu's legislature. Though no doubt, okay, the bill here means well, it's well intended maybe, but it's no obligation for the president to give assent to the bill. It was passed unanimously. True, NEET is neither foolproof nor an absolute measure of academic competency. The author is agreeing that it is not that NEET exam is not gonna have any failure or any kind of misconduct. It's of course something which can have some defaults. But Tamil Nadu's legal options are limited. But in this case, the state cannot do anything. The judiciary is unlikely to settle the issue with any urgency. So again, author is not expecting any result anytime soon. The state must prepare for a legal struggle, and in the interim is a popular phrase that meanwhile coach students to face NEET with confidence. So author is here pointing, indicating that better you prepare to the state, that better you prepare students for the exam, because it doesn't look like anything is going to happen soon in the favor of the bill they have asked for. Okay, so very interesting passage we have got here. Let's quickly go through the words. Withholding assent. Now, it's refusing to approve a bill. In fact, any kind of denial to something that requires approval, rejecting, सहमति नहीं देना. I'll tell you something important here. There are certain words, they work very well with another set of words, and they are used as a combo sometimes. Okay, गिविंग असेंट एक चीज होती है ना, क्योंकि सहमति देना नहीं देना not giving assent, giving assent. People may say that it's okay in spoken English. But if you want to be a little formal, if you want to improve your language and you want to talk about uh, that the assent wasn't given, better use the vocabulary withholding and the forms of it. Okay, so withholding assent. Protracted, protected nahi, protracted. See the spelling. Many a times we have seen this in misspelled words and all such questions. Prolonged or extended over time, something which is stretchy, lengthy, extended, lamba khicha hua. Anything that is inconclusive, that it does not have a definite result, it is still unresolved, uska nirnay nahi aaya hai, we don't know what to do about it, we are hung somewhere between. Mandate again is a typical jargon here. It's any kind of official order or a requirement. So such a directive is called a mandate. It's a noun. It also acts as a verb but with a different meaning. आदेश को mandate बोलते हैं. Readopt करना is again passed by. Now this is not just the word readopted. This is in the context of the passage. Okay. So when a legislative body readopts something, that means it is passing the bill again. Okay, repassed, reinstated, dobara parit kara hua. So this vocabulary has to be understood with respect to the context it is present in the passage. I hope you people are with me. Once again, a very good evening. Stay tuned because we are soon gonna start with some grammar questions after doing, Finality, as I told you, is a noun. State of being settled, state of finale, conclusion है, अंतिम रूप में क्या हो रहा है. Repugnant is in conflict or disagreement. So if anyone is repugnant to something, it is in disagreement to that thing. Contradictory, विरोधी में है. Concurrent list. Now, this again is with respect to the passage, subjects where both center and states can make laws. So when there is a shared jurisdiction where both of the houses have power, the center and the state, then in that case, and such subjects where both can make laws, that is called a concurrent list. Very important vocabulary for your exam. Another word, foolproof. Now I have seen people misspelling it foolproof. Okay, it is not foolproof, it is foolproof. Fool, F-O-O-L. Nobody can fool it. ऐसा सोचो उसको. So it is something that is without possibility of any failure. Nothing can go wrong in it. It is fully secured. It cannot be breached. Reliable. And त्रुटि रहित. Perpetual uncertainty, meaning something like a confusion, unpredictability, but it is continuous, ongoing, endless doubt. Okay, and empowering. I have taken this word for the newcomers in case you don't know. So, giving the authority to do something. Empowering, what is to empower someone? To give the person power, you give the person authority. Authority has power attached to it and you can do as you wish. So here, that's the meaning. Okay. So now we will get into the next segment where I am going to ask some grammar related questions. I can also simply share with you a very interesting rule if I get to see in the passage in the article, but most of the time I will be asking questions. You need to answer here. Okay. That's the way we practice observing the rules in articles, and that's how we will be able to spot errors, maybe correct the sentences, and frame error-free essays, etc. So my first question to you is, excuse me, part of speech of this word. Part of speech of the word encircled in front of you. Before sharing summary, I'll ask you to summarize this or maybe tell me main theme in a line or two. So be prepared for that as well. Right now, just let me know the part of speech of this word. Okay, hint. This part of speech, the part of speech of this word is actually more than one. But how it is used in this sentence, that's what I want to know. So in this sentence, in this statement, it is used as a noun. The word move also acts as a verb. But when we see the next what, कभी भी what का आंसर करते हैं, whenever we have an answer to the question what, it is a noun. So in this case, this one was a noun. Okay. Next question. Tell me the subject and verb here in this sentence. Subject and verb of the sentence marked in front of you. Okay. So you have exemption from whatever. Now remains is your verb. Exemption is the subject. It was pretty easy to point it out. I have a rule to share with you. Another as an adjective takes a singular noun after it. So if you want to talk about one other thing, one other person, okay? So we use another and then we use singular noun. Another student, another question, another article, another class. Okay, so it's always going to be singular. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's move ahead. Okay. So I will again teach you something at this point. Something called as parallelism. No other state effort to legislate against the central mandate. The effort is a noun here, it's a subject, has been so protected and unpredictable. Please don't just look at the word and decide how it is used. This is ending in able, of course, a typical adjective, and this is the verb third form as adjective. So basically both of the words before and after and are adjectives. Okay, we have to make sure whenever we are using and as a conjunction, the words before in a list and after should be of same part of speech. Okay, now let me give you next question. Part of speech of this word. This is an adverb. Okay, so unanimous is adjective. Adding ly to it makes it an adverb. Moving on to the next question. Part of speech of this word. This is an adjective. So remains, looks, feels, and some more verbs right now, just three of them. These are the verbs, they take an adjective after them. Okay, become, important one, that's why I'm adding. Okay, become, remain, any form of them, these verbs. Why? There are certain verbs, they help us know more about the subject, which is a noun or a pronoun. So he became sad. I'm not talking about the action, how it was done. It's the person who is sad. She remains happy. He feels awful. So when I say these things using these words, they are helping me know more about the subject, and that's why we use adjectives after them. Okay, one last question and then we will go to the summary part. Okay, but you guys will have to talk about the summary first. Okay, I'll just give you the rule here, not ask. So you can see use of neither nor over here. So rule number one, neither is used with nor. When we need to talk about two things and both are not there, we want to negate two things. Here also parallelism will follow. True, neat is neither what? Foolproof, which is an adjective, nor an absolute measure of something. So it's not foolproof thing. Adjective with noun is understood, though it is not written, and nor something else. It's not one thing nor another thing. So you need to maintain the parallelism in this case also. Okay. Just in case exam में अगर होता need neither is foolproof nor an absolute measure, तब वहाँ एक error होता. It will be then an error if I use is after the word neither, because after neither I'm using a verb and after nor I'm using a noun. Parallelism is all over the place here. It's gone. So I need to make sure I maintain it. Okay. So now your time. Please take 2 minutes and tell me the main theme of the passage. Tell me the summary of it. Just 2 minutes, okay? I don't want to take a lot of time because I have to cover other things as well. The summary which I will share with you is slightly on the lengthier side. It's explanatory summary. That's a contradiction, but do understand. From you, I just want in one line, what is your takeaway from this editorial? One more minute. What is your takeaway from this editorial? Did you get to see something? Did you learn something? Was it helpful? Anything, any new information you received? Don't tell me you get to know who is our, president and through this article. I don't want that. I want the main content that you understood from this. Okay. So there are a couple of points that we have here in this particular passage. So we get to see the background. We get to see about the president who has withheld assent to a bill, and we then got to know about the history of the bill, what exactly bill is asking. We got to know that the DMK government passed this bill long back based on Justice A.K. Ranjan committee report aiming to exempt Tamil Nadu from NEET. So this is not the fresh case. This has been already there in discussion in the past, and the state wants to rely on the 12th class scores for admission. Now the governor delayed the process. Process has been delayed, but assembly repassed the bill, and that happened unanimously. So now the current situation. This is called building up of something. In your essays, you need to learn how to build up. Okay, the current issue is that we don't have any finality yet. But to talk about it, we need to talk a little bit about history. We need to give context to the reader. That's what author has done here, and that's something you should learn. Okay, you should try replicating it in your essays. So, history was not that important, but we needed to know to understand the current situation. Current situation, the assent denied, the state faces a renewed legal and constitutional challenge. Okay, so again, we know that the president has denied the assent, and the state is not backing out, not accepting. They are again gonna face the whole situation. Now the legal context is mentioned. Article 254 क्या बोलता है आपको पता होना चाहिए, and there you go, you get this information from here that assent is discretionary, not mandatory. It depends on the president's discretion, the knowledge of what is good for someone and what is not. And this article grants this power, this right to the president. Now, what are the concerns that were raised here? The Ministry of Ayush questioned if bill endangered national unity. So it is not just about the exam alone, but following the bill can harm the unity, sovereignty, and all, and need has already been upheld by the Supreme Court. So ये दो चीजें concerns थे. Now implication, students, aspirants, they are actually the ones who are suffering a lot, as what I feel after reading this. So the uncertainty from there, these people, limited legal avenues because it's a long legal battle, author says. That means it's not something which is gonna come easily if it comes to the state. A deeper issue with the federal friction between state and the center. And the conclusion is, while the state prepares for a battle, it must support the students. The conclusion is, what author has made us to think through describing everything in the article is not the solution. Okay, this is the conclusion of the article. As per the author, he thinks students must now start preparing for the exam. Okay, there could be further delay, there could be this answer alone that they have to appear for the NEET, they cannot be exempted. So it could be something like that. The author feels this is going to happen out of the situation. Okay, so it's something opinionated. Now, exam angle, what could be used or asked in essays and descriptive topics. So, how federalism in India acts, conflicts of powers in education policy. You can always give example of this exam and the controversy around it. NEET and state autonomy. Now, this again is a topic which may not be asked a lot, but a case study in the form of RC could be given to you. One nation, one exam, a threat to regional equity. Now, this could be a very good essay topic. The president's role in balancing state center pass, a typical UPSC kind of a topic. Judicial and executive delay, impact on public policy. So, this is one of the examples of the judicial delay in multiple fields, not just something that relates to education. So, this is something that can act as an example. The information, the content here can help you to give an example in case you are writing something about the delay we get to see in our judicial system. Okay, instead of going for something that relates to crime world and all, and we would want to give those examples there. I know they are more on the emotional side, sensitive hote hain wo, so better you can give this kind of an example. Possible exam questions. So you could be asked to explain the basis and legal significance of this article. You should read more about it and to critically evaluate the pros and cons of NEET as a single national entrance exam. It could be a great question and a very easy one to follow because you know now the context, and it is just one controversy as of now. We have seen other things also. We have seen the leaks that has happened in the previous years, and every year we get to see one or the other news about UG or PG NEET exam. Okay, so if you are keeping up to date, reading newspapers regularly, you know about it. So this could be a good essay topic as well. Okay, so that's there.